On March, President Biden enacted a $1.9 trillion stimulus to kickstart a US economy recovering from COVID-19, with its main feature being a $1,400 check being sent to everyone below a certain income threshold. Named the American Rescue Plan, it will extend unemployment benefits to September, raise the annual child tax credit from $2,000 to $3,600, incentivize employers to give paid sick leave, and provide money to testing centers, vaccine campaigns, schools, universities, businesses, and local governments. Of course, the $15 minimum wage could not make it due to a lack of moderate support. These are all significant actions, but for today, we will mainly focus on the $1,400 stimulus checks. There are already high hopes for the stimulus, as it is expected to possibly cut child poverty in half, that the poorest 20% of households will see their incomes rise from 20 to 50%, and that is estimated to increase economic growth ranging from 0.6% to 3.8%. However, the CBO forecasts 4.6% growth for this year, questioning the need for the stimulus in the first place, and that it may only save $12 billion, which is not a lot for $1.9 trillion. There are also concerns how the debt from the stimulus will cut US GDP in 2022 by 0.2%. Although, with millions behind rent and food banks seeing record numbers, the so-called stimulus checks may actually be relief funding, as argued by Robert Scott of the Economic Policy Institute. The purpose of this relief funding may actually be to help those struggling due to the pandemic, rather than to stimulate the economy. For a supposedly effective stimulus, restaurants would have to be open, but with the pandemic, that is unlikely, so people are less likely to spend. Stan Vuger of the American Enterprise Institute retorts that to avoid this problem, the US could have copied what we in Britain did, where we gave a credit to people to eat out in restaurants, which would incentivize spending. The stimulus also has implications for the entire world as well. Due to the size of America's economy and its links with the world economy, higher growth would benefit the world, but this depends on how much Americans spend domestically as well as on foreign goods. If the stimulus is spent on domestic goods and services, then other countries will be less affected, but if more of the stimulus is spent on imported goods, then other countries benefit more. To add insult to injury, the higher demand of money from the stimulus may raise global interest rates. Nevertheless, these benefits also depend on how much of the stimulus is spent rather than saved. Experts believe the March stimulus, like the two before it, will be mostly saved. For the $1,200 stimulus, half used it to pay their debts, a third put it into savings, and only 15% spent most of it. A similar trend was found for the $600 stimulus. The same is expected for this stimulus, with Penn Wharton model researchers estimating that 73% of the direct cash stimulus will be saved. Regardless, some of these same researchers see the stimulus as necessary. There isn't data on this yet, but from February to March, the personal saving rate doubled from 13.9% to 27.6%, which coincided with the stimulus. This could be due to consumers putting more of their stimulus checks in savings accounts rather than spending it, and the 20% January saving rate could be due to the December stimulus. People are saving way more due to economic uncertainty thanks to COVID. This has also happened before, with stimulus checks in response to the 2008 recession, where 48% used it to mostly pay debt, 32% mostly saved, and only 20% mostly spent it. This behavior didn't differ by income, and in May, when the rebate program began, the personal saving rate spiked, just like with Biden's stimulus. The 2001 stimulus was similar, with a higher personal saving rate and only 20% reportedly spending most of the stimulus. The researchers of this study concluded that given the fall in wealth after 2008, people would more likely save. And those designing the next economic stimulus package should take into account that much of a temporary tax rebate is likely not to be spent. Lol. Also, I messed up in my unlisted live stream a few days ago and said Obama sent the 2008 checks when it was really George Bush. Basically, Barack Obama, Biden's, president-in-chief at the time, he did something similar, he just gave out stimulus checks, due to the 2008 recession. So to that one person watching, here's my correction. Also, my friend Toasted made a new channel, so I would love for you to subscribe to him. Link is in the pinned comment below, and sources are in the description. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a like and comment, as it really helps my video in the YouTube algorithm, and if you like economics and political commentary, consider subscribing. Maybe follow me on my Twitter, and see you later.